YuGiOh101 card review. Hit review a card that came in Crossover Souls February 14th. Well, this is Fusion Conscription. Uh, it's a normal spell card. Description: reveal one fusion monster from your extra deck, and if you do, add one of the fusion materials listed on that card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot normal summon, set, or special summon monsters or activate the effects of monsters with the same name as that monster you added to your hand by this effect. You can only activate one fusion conscription per turn. Now, interesting thing about this is if there's any pendulum monsters that have or that can be used as a fusion material, then you can still activate their pendulum effects because their pendulum effects aren't their monster effects. You know, their monster effects are activated when they're treated as monsters in a monster card zone. When they're pendulum monsters, then their pendulum effects get used. You know, so you still be able to use the pendulum effects. For example, like with Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, you know, you'll still be able to activate that search effect during the end phase when it's being used as a pendulum card. So you have that. Now you'll still be able to set cards, to set monster cards. So that's to be noted. But it's a real good way to search out materials that you normally wouldn't be able to search out. So, at least to my knowledge, because the rulings for the card hasn't come out yet, I think that it means that even if they say, okay, you want one water type monster, then you'll be able to search it out from your build with this card. You know, it doesn't have to be like a specifically stated name. At least I don't think so. So the reason why I'm unsure because there's been cards like this in the past where they actually had that ruling. So I'm not sure if they're going to do the same thing with this, but until further notice, I believe that's the way the card, you know, can be used. That's the way this card can be used to search out anything that's listed as a fusion material. You know, one dragon type monster, you search that out. You know, things like that. Uh, can't really think of too many cards that can actually be used these days that can search it out. Let me see. I think it's like one or two, maybe. It should be in tips. Um, Ancient Gear Drill, Alchemic Magician. This will probably be like your best option in today's um, you know, era in Yu-Gi-Oh. That would probably be like your best option. Maybe Synchro Fusionist, Sabatil, the Philosopher's Stone. Nobody ever used that card, so Dark Sage is like a stretch because you got to do so much to get it out on the field in the first place. Um, so yeah, it's not really too much that can search it out, but it's options there. The options are just few in between. So, but it's a good card nevertheless. You know, just gotta be careful with it and don't make mistakes. Again, you can still set. I mean, you can still wow. You can still activate um some pendulum monsters effects, but you can't uh activate their monster effects. So I guess you would say like a pendulum monster would be like your best bet. Let's say like mid to late game to search for something just to get. Well, it's monsters with that same name, so you still be able to um like say for example if the monster had an effect where, well, not necessarily that one, but never mind. I'm confusing myself because I was thinking of something else. But good for searching out materials that you normally wouldn't be able to search for your fusion monsters. Can't really say that this will work good at any deck considering that it's so many drawbacks with it. But you know, if it's used, at least you'll be able to search out again monsters that you normally wouldn't be able to search out. That's listed as fusion material. So link to this card is going to be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you for the next card review.